I decided to, concentrate more on the business side of things from when I was modelling since I was 16, because I just thought, there's got to be more opportunity here and more ways to make money than obviously just, standing there being a model. So I started to trade the stock market from the age of about 19 onwards. And I just thought, this is fantastic. You can trade the FTSE 100, trading a few stocks at a time and making fantastic money in one day. And I just thought, what could be better than this? So I moved into trading the stock market at about age 19. And I think the money that I started to make from trading the stock market, it just seemed like, this was almost too good to be true. So I thought, okay, you only need to trade for a few hours a day, put your trades on, and obviously let them come in. And I just thought, this is a great way to earn money. So that's when I decided to do less on the modelling side and more on the trading the stock market. With trading the stock market, it was more about, practicing in a little book before you started writing. At that time, I was writing the shares of Vodafone, the opening and closing prices of Vodafone down in a little tiny book, and seeing what they were every evening when the stock market closed, and just learning that shares actually have personalities. The stock market's very cyclical, and patterns. You start to see patterns forming, and I just thought, right, okay, this is something that I think I'm going to start analysing, and I started to make quite good money out of it. Modelling, it was great fun when I was 16, 17, it was fantastic, lots of opportunities to travel. But for me, I've always had a business brain, and I wanted to use that. I mean, obviously I'm still doing bits of modelling now, but it's the business is where my strength lies. It was very easy for me to make the transition from being a model to obviously all my other business activities, because you have to follow where your heart is, and I've always been so creative. I've been setting up businesses from such an early age now, and I think I'm not happy unless I'm working very hard and creating businesses and business ideas. So for me, I just carried on in a way that was very natural for me. I think one of the hardest obstacles when I first started out in business was knowing it. Obviously when you start in business, you answer the phone, you're responsible for marketing, for PR, you're the sales manager, the account manager, you're responsible for everything. And it's knowing where, how far can you stretch yourself. So I feel that, the biggest obstacle really is you cannot be a master in all those aspects, from PR and marketing to being the accountant to the telesales person. So it's finding out where your strength lies, and obviously following with that, and then subbing out the rest, bringing other people on board so that they can help you and your business can progress. I think these days, with exhibitions like the Business Startup Show as well, there's so many ways to secure finance. I mean, number one, you can approach your friendly bank manager, and of course you've got so many VC, so many venture capitalists out there, who literally, from Angel's Den to you name it, there's so many out there. You just need to look on the internet, and all you need to do is prepare a business plan, concise business plan, send your ideas off, and then talk to people, follow the information and the advice they're giving you, listen to what they have to say, and prepare that business plan. The business plan to any business is absolutely key. It sets out your roadmap of where you're going, and obviously where the company's going to go. And then once you've got your business plan created, the money's there for the taking, really. Some women think it's harder for them to, succeed in business. I disagree completely. You're almost at a starting advantage being a woman in business. I think women often seem to be far more successful than men, because they're so driven, they're so determined. And I think if you start off on the back foot thinking, oh, I'm not going to make it, I'm not going to be a success in business, then you're already convincing yourself that you won't. So it's been a tough journey for me. It's been a tough journey for a lot of female entrepreneurs out there, but you just have to believe in yourself, and you'll make things happen. There is a great difference between the two sexes, and I think that it's one of those things that you've just got to carry on, and literally women are realizing that it's not just the men who can have it all. Women are wearing the suits now, and being even a greater success than the men. I think, there's been many highlights to my career. The most important one really that I'm going to say is freedom. Being a successful entrepreneur gives you the opportunity to be free, to make choices of where you want to be. If you don't want to do a certain job, then you don't have to do it. You have the choice to be able to turn things down. And I think, it's not much of a highlight, but freedom is very important to me and always has been. I've had many different successes. I think launching the advert channel was a great publicity stunt when I launched that on Sky. And, I've flown all over the world doing different projects. And I think, being an entrepreneur gives you a great opportunity to travel. So the highlight for me is freedom and traveling. My mentality makes me perfect for success because I've always had the drive and determination that an entrepreneur needs. You have to put in the hard graft. I remember when I first started, I was putting in 18 hours a day, if not more. If you're starting on a project, you have to continue through the night. And if something has to be done when you've launched a business, it has to be done. And I think, if you just really make sure that you are doing everything properly and you're working very hard, putting in the necessary hours, then you will be a success. But you have to have that drive and determination before you start. The current climate is absolutely fantastic for opportunity. We're seeing a great number of companies, who, if they're not cutting the mustard with the way that they're providing their service, they're falling out of business. They're not around anymore. So, for those people who are, really offering a good service or a good product, they are just soaring. So at the moment, there is an opportunity for everyone to, actually, if they're going to do it well, they can be a success in this marketplace. It comes opportunity.